Good day fellas, I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill. Today we are going to play with MTV. We haven't played with this tank in a while. In fact, we do not have a YouTube video with this vehicle, or maybe we had only first impressions, which was a long time ago. So why not to play with this vehicle and why not to check it out how this tank is behaving. So all in all, first things first. This vehicle is British light tank, right? It has okayish gun, but the DPM of this tank is absolutely atrocious and it is truly horrible. So that is the problem of this tank. But not everything is that bad. Spotting of this vehicle can work. Although, once again, speaking about the gun handling, yes, you can hit your shots, but in the same time, if the gun will say for you, that means... and there is absolutely nothing what you can do about this. So I would say this is kind of worth thing to highlight, right? Pretty much the strength of almost every single British light tank is spotting abilities. Those tanks are capable of spotting very, very well, but other than that, you know, it's very debatable how good those tanks are. And once again, quite low DPM. It's far away from being perfection, if you know what I mean. Meanwhile, we know the enemy budget is sitting here. This is very, very good information for us and for our team. And now I am thinking we do not really have that many sniper schnitzels here in the back, which is quite sad thing, but it is reality. I am thinking about being naughty boy, and I am thinking about getting involved to the maximum. You might wonder, Skill, how you are planning to do this. There is only two tanks who never ever was spotted. And those two tanks are Scorpion G and Udes. So what am I trying to do? I'm trying to spot them here. And I'm trying to figure out, are they sitting here on the corner or not so much? Because if they are not sitting here on the corner, we can actually get involved with so much heavier against this light tank. That's what we are going to do. Okay, light tank decided to make super hardcore pressure. I do not really think in the end of the day that is a good decision by this gentleman, but let's see what we can craft from all of this. For a light tanks in this map, I would say you have nothing to do in the city. You could potentially play in the middle, but once again, it's far away from being perfect. And we are just simply trying to... Okay, he's a submarine. That's it. This 12T is dead. Okay. I have an idea how we are going to do the things, and at this point we are going to start shooting APCR ammunition because it's easier to penetrate the targets. Obviously it has by 40 better penetration, and it has by pretty much 250 better shell velocity. So in other words, just to say that straight, yes, APCR's ammunition is so much better, especially when you are dealing with the tanks who are heavier than you, who have more armor than you do, and it's just simply better ammunition. It doesn't really matter how you are going to look into this, right? And at this point, it is quite straightforward. We want to punish enemy forces whenever they are doing something silly. I'm a bit afraid of this Cobra because eventually Cobra might go in and he can say, this is not what I am looking for, but this definitely could happen. And at this point, we are just waiting. We are just waiting until we can spank enemies every single time, right? The thing is, capping base is far away from being perfect strategy for the enemy team, and we are going to make sure we are going to get enough use of all this. The thing is, reload time of this vehicle is pretty much 10 seconds. What that means? That means you can peek whenever you are loaded and you do not really need to think about anything else. Wow, I got spotted by Rene. That is absolutely insane. I did not saw that one coming. I did not thought Rene is going to outspot me whenever I will peek like this. Okay, now we know, and now we need to be a bit more careful. How are you doing, Mr. Rene? Here we go. We are doing some working here. Now, with all honesty, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, if you would play with any other light tank, your DPM would be significantly better. And what significantly better DPM means for you, you would be able to do so much more damage while having this beautiful crossfire, right? It is an important thing to say. Now, what could happen? This Cobra can be very, very angry, and he might try to go like this a bit. and I am thinking about crafting a bit different angles towards those gentlemen sitting here. So all we need to do, we need to try to flank them, and hopefully we will be able to spot them and do some damage as well, right? This is what we are looking for. One more thing to say, and this is actually a positive thing. Obviously, British light tanks are good at spotting, hip hip hooray, but that's not all, there's more. British light tanks have very big penetration with the standard ammunition, so if you are that type of player who is not shooting the gold ammunition whatsoever, right, if you don't want or you cannot afford it or for whatever else reason, British light tanks can be actually pretty decent option for you just because of this. So now, all we need to do, we need to start flanking the enemies, right? I want to believe Scorpion G is not going to sit here. If he will, then it is going to be quite sadness. Although, I hope it is not the case. And look at this beauty. There is Indian sitting here. I am going to use this bush in front between me and him, and that's how we are going to spank him up the butt, and we are not going to get spotted ourselves. For 20 meters distance, I do not really think I should be worried about this by any shape or any form, because I really doubt he is going to spot us. In fact, I cannot spot him myself. Wow, that is pretty damn interesting. Considering I have the setup for... Considering I have a setup for... I see that standard B, don't worry, I am paying attention. I trick this gentleman, now the DPM. We are reloading pretty much at the same time as he does. The main difference between me and him is he has alpha damage and he is taking literally the same time to reload as I take, right? At this point, we are just trying to annoy this gentleman as much as we physically and possibly can. If we are going to destroy the Scorpion G, it is going to be a humongous victory for us, fellas. It is going to be insane victory for us. 3, 2, 1. Unfortunately, I am taking one. Oh, yes, I am for sure taking one. Oh, he's sad. Oh, he's angry. Oh, he's sad. Ay, 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 ay. Poor Scorpion. Poor Scorpion, fellas. Poor Scorpion. Ay, 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 ay. Oh. Well, don't you love this game sometimes? Fellas, there is nothing bad about the tourists, okay? Tourists are the gems of this game. What we would do without the tourists, huh? Tell me. We fully banged Mr. Scorpion, who was literally playing, who was literally face-to-face with us. And we managed to mess this gentleman up. Oy, 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 oy. I mean, that is quite a game if you would ask me. Okay, this guy should be dead if I want to low roll him. Unfortunately, I did, which is sad, but nothing what I can change about this. Now we are going to hit this IS-3, or we are going to bounce this IS-3. And now we are spotted. Now it's matter of the time whenever we are going to get completely slaughtered. And we are okay, fellas. You think I am feeling bad? I have no fear. I am raising my PP in the air and I'm saying, come and take me. Also, one more thing, which I definitely didn't mention it about the British tanks apart the premium one. And I'm speaking about the light tanks, just to say that straight. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, it is far away from being excellent. What do I mean by saying this is amount of the ammunition which you have on the British tanks, British light tanks, it's laughable. I think it is such a bad feature to balance the tanks by their amount of ammunition. Is just simply not funny whatsoever. It's not like it's the most powerful tank with a 1.4 thousand DPM. It is the DPM of the probably tier 4. I'm not even joking. Anyways, we managed to craft 3.9 thousand damage and 200 assisting damage. We are top by damage. Speaking about the our team, with a tank which has probably the worst DPM than any of those tanks. And we kind of lost, not kind of, we lost 4,000 credits because I shot quite a bit of APCRs. Although we are being awarded by the Sniper Schnitzel medal. 21 times fired, 20 direct hits, and 18 penetrations. Nice. Okay, this is not bad whatsoever. Okay, let's go for round number 2, shall we? I think I was a bad boy, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and with MTV we are getting the Empire's Border, which is literally one of the worst maps for a light tank, which is quite sad, but oh well. We are not going to give up. We will try to get as much use as we physically and possibly can, and we are going to start everything by going super aggressively to the middle. Hopefully from the middle we will be able to spot someone crossing here. That's the whole point of all this. This is going to be a rough round. There is no other way around it, you know. This is just going to be a hard one. But it doesn't change the fact we are going to do absolutely everything what we physically and possibly can in order to be successful. So the first victim of ours is going to be this Hawk 30. This is kind of a pixel shot and we are hitting this. Wow. Looks like this vehicle is trying to do literally everything against me. I rated this gun handling pretty badly, to be fair with you, speaking about the gun handlings of the light tanks. And I truly thought the gun handling of this tank is very, very poor. But in this game, in this session, we are hitting absolutely everything. Wow. Impressive. Impressive, MTV. Impressive. Okay. Hawk was sitting here. We do not really have that many forces playing in this side, so I need to watch out not to get overrun by the enemies. And I'm just trying to be a big pain in the butthole for the enemy forces all and all, you know? I think this is the correct decision for us. Speaking about correct decisions, how are you doing? Beautiful shot into the EBR, but this is exactly what we need to do, fellas. We just need to be very, very annoying for the enemy forces sitting around the middle, and we need to try to counter them. Now, if we are meeting the Ferrari, Ferrari can fully clip us out. Ferrari can easily reload and clip us out once again while we shot him once or twice. So this is not ideal for us by any shape or any form. I'm actually surprised about the gun handling of this vehicle. The gun handling of this tank is far away from being as bad as I expected, to be fair with you. Huh. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. Okay, Sue is sitting in the middle here. Nice, this is exactly what we are looking for. We are obviously fully aiming our shots, but this gun is trying to prove how worthy this gun is. And this is surprising to me, because once again, I marked this tank multiple times, and usually the gun handling was treating me quite badly compared to this session. Okay, I see. You know what is happening? MTV is saying, listen, I wasn't featured in the Skill YouTube channel for a while. I think there is only one way how I can do the things, and I can look beautiful, okay? I can look beautiful and I can do everything properly. This is what this gun is thinking. Now let's see. Can we spank him once again? Wow! Wow, fellas. Okay. I mean, the DPM is still garbage. We need to keep attention at this, right? The DPM, we would never ever call the DPM of this vehicle somehow decent or somehow good. But the gun handling itself is looking like it works. It truly works, fellas. Huh. More you know. Fine. At this point, I am just simply waiting until some of the enemies will try to go like this. That's what I am waiting for. They're getting flanked by every single side. Everyone is spotted speaking about the enemy team. I want to make a good decision how I can eliminate enemies from this game, but this is not looking simple by any shape and by any form. I think only one way how I can get more use of all this is to go through the middle like this and try to find the Liberty or try to find the AMX 5100 or whatever, or whoever else, right? I think this is the right play for us. I know the Panzer is down to fartable and down to one-shotable, so I would love to see him sitting here on the corner and simply kill him. Excellent. Okay, now we see AMX 5100 being a bit mad and going through the open field. So we are going to make sure he is going to be dead. Excellent. And now we are going to go for Liberty, I think. Why we are going to go for Liberty? I think this is going to be the best decision for us for now, because he is not going to get slaughtered by the board that easily, and we can still farm him relatively well and relatively easily, right? That's what is happening in my head, right in the butt. Oh, well, okay, I see. I see you want to show your true colors now. Thank you, MTV. You are awesome. You are absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go for ISU. I would not act surprised if he would sit here on the corner, and in fact he definitely does. I don't really mind unless he's shooting high explosives. Luckily for us he isn't. So at this point all we need to do, we need to spank him once again in the face, just like so. And now it is a game over for this gentleman. He cannot do absolutely anything. Look. You might think, Skill, you did only 2,300 damage in this situation. Fellas, this tank has a tier 4 DPM. Doing damage with this tank, it is extremely hard and brutal. And even though if you are having one-of-a-kind game and you are shooting every single tourist in this planet, you are missing amount of the ammunition if the game is long enough. So, yeah, it is important thing to say. Anyways, 2,500 damage, 3 kills, hip hip hooray. Second class, we are second by experience, we are second by the damage with this awesome DPM. Once again, accuracy treated us relatively well, and we are making quite a bit of profits with this tank as well. Okay, let's go for round number 3 and let's try to make it work. So far, I am impressed with this session and I think we are doing very good job. Let's go. Last game, come on, make me proud, MTV, make me proud. So what do we have? We have the Ghost Town Assault. Okay, so we need to take enemy base somehow. First things first, how do we want to start everything? I would say we will take some kind of unusual position at this point. We are going to take into the random bush here or whatever else. And we will try to spot incoming forces towards us. That's what we are going to do. Speaking about incoming forces towards us, we spotted one. Bulldog is going through the middle, and I think he changed his mind already. That's okay. I do not really mind whatsoever about this. What I need to keep in mind, whoever will try to go into the city this way, they will be able to spot me, or I will be able to spot them. So we need to keep this in mind. There is Mr. Jackpizda who is sitting in the middle of the field as well. Maybe I could spot him. Definitely I can, and I will definitely spot him. Oh, wait a second. I am not the one who is spotting this guy? Huh. Disappointment, fellas. Disappointment. 290 meters. I have an idea. Skill, what kind of idea do you have? I want to provide spotting for our guys who are sitting in this side. Why am I going to do this? I am going to do this because, first of all, they do not have eyes. Second of all, the guns who are sitting here are powerful. We have Kunze, we have Convoy, we have Estarva. I can see clearly they are getting outspotted by someone, so that would basically mean enemies have the ELC even, and they have plenty of the sniper schnitzels here. This is only one way how I can imagine our guys getting effed so heavily, right? So we are going to go in just like so. So far we are not spotted, and here we go. Beautiful. How are you doing today? Enjoying yourself? Very nice. Very nice. Have a good one. Beautiful. Assisting damage from the Mr. Convoy. And now all we want to do, we want to spank this MX-50B until he is completely safe from us. Let's try to pre-aim. Beautiful pre-aim from our side. And I think this side is kind of clear at this point. I still want to believe they have a spotter here, as you can see, and they truly do. They truly have a spotter. 50B is going to get closer to try to clip me out. I can see that very, very well, and he is going to peek on this corner in a moment. I think he is going to be here. Yep, you see? We caught him pretty well. Good. Very, very good. Looks like they do not have any sniper schnitzels here, or if they have them, they are not the finest ones. So that is definitely a positive thing for us. Meanwhile, AMX, oh, how are you doing? This gun is treating me like a king. Fellas, this gun is treating me like a king. I mean, light tank standards for a gun handling is kind of, you know, already strong. But this tank is treating me very, very, very well today. Well, I hope I am worth it. What can I say? Okay, at this point, all we need to do, we need to take a typical spotting bush. Skill, may I ask a question? What we are going to get from the typical spotting bush? Absolutely yes. We are going to spot this Mr. Borat playing in the middle of the field. We have plenty of the sniper schnitzels in the back, and all I am asking for, I am asking for them to spank him like there is no tomorrow. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Someone forgot to use the fire extinguisher, and lucky. Okay. Very nice. At this point, I could go for Mr. Jackpizda, honestly. I think I could go for Mr. Jackpizda and I could make him very, very, very angry and very sad. So this is what we are going to do. I can see we are losing this game by huge margin already, okay? This is not a rocket science to notice this. We are down on the tanks, we are down on the hit points, and plus on top of that, enemies have all time in the world of tanks. By saying this, I mean they need to, they pretty much need to make sure they will secure the base. So they have all advantages in every possible shape or form. But it doesn't change the fact we will try to get as much use as we physically and possibly can in this situation, and we will try to farm them. I would say from the light tank point of view, this game wasn't bad by any shape or by any form. I don't really think we played badly, okay? And believe me, I can accept my responsibility for making one or another mistake. But in this kind of situation, I just simply do not see the ways how I can do that. For a light tank, this performance was decent. Or I would even say good. Fellas. Okay, what do we want to do now? We want to take bush here. Excellent. And now we are going to spank this LHM. Let's take our time to aim, and LHM is taking one for the team. Excellent. Am I spotted? No, I am not spotted. ISU is going to take one as well. Now we have Batchet very, very close. We need to keep this in mind. Batchet is already thinking how he is going to eat me like a... Mi scusi, sir. I sincerely apologize. That was my fault. How dare I not to notice? How dare I not to notice you are a baboon? You know what? How dare I? I was about to ram this guy. Fellas. Okay, fair enough. Beautiful baboon. Matt, pleasure to meet you, David. Pleasure to meet you. Okay, all in all, I think speaking about today's session, we played like a kings. We were doing damage left, right, and center. We did not have that many choices and that many options to spot, right? But what we have done, we took our balls in the hand, we squeezed them a bit, and we did damage. That's what we have done. Look at this beauty. 2.9 thousand damage, 1.7 thousand assisting damage. Beautiful, beautiful. First by experience, second by the damage with a tank which has one of the lowest DPMs in the game. And we managed to break even. Actually, not really. If I would resupply consumables, I would not break even here. Meanwhile, AMAX, ELC even 90, he did a great job. He outspotted everyone, and he did an absolutely amazing job all in all, right? Okay, looking after 3 games, our session with this tank is 3.1 thousand damage. 3.1 thousand damage with a tank which has 1.4 thousand DPM. And we have 600 assisting damage. So this session was absolutely glorious. 3.7 thousand combined is huge. Actually, 3.8 thousand combined is huge. And just to, for shits and giggles, if you would pay attention to the DPM of this tank, you would see it's 1.4 thousand, right? And now I am doing this just for shits and giggles, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. AMAX Duck would have probably, okay, Duck doesn't have as good DPM. Okay, how about this? Matilda is equally good DPM wise without crew and without equipment as the tank we played before. Lux has less, but it has autoloader, fine, fair enough. The PP tank has pretty much the same DPM without extra rations, without equipment, and without crew. This is what I am saying, fellas. This is what I am saying, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. It is absolutely insanity how weak British light tanks are for doing the damage, right? But as you can see, everything is possible and we made it work. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a great time and I hope you enjoyed yourself, and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.